Okay, for this video, we are going to do subtraction using a number line, also known as the frog method. So first of all, we've got the subtraction question, which is 61 subtract 49. And to begin with, you're just going to start by drawing a line. And you're going to start by putting the smaller number at the start of the line, because the way to do this subtraction is in fact by counting up. And then at the other end of the line, we're going to put 61. And now we're going to do some additions to work out the subtraction, which sometimes sounds a little bit strange, but it does work. So the first thing I'm going to do is start by adding a larger number. So 10. And I'm going to put it in the little hill. So 49 add 10 is 59. And then from there, I can consider, do I need to add another 10 or do I need to add a slightly smaller number? So this time, I'm just going to start by adding 1. So 59 add 1 is 60. I'm going to make sure I put the number at the bottom as well, just so I can remember how far I've got. And then from 60 to 61 is 1. And plus 1 is 61. So I've gone add 10, add 1, add 1. To find the answer, what I'm going to do is count up all the numbers that appear in the little hills. So 10, add 1, add 1. 10 add 1 is 11, add 1 is 12. So the answer to this subtraction, 61 subtract 49, is 12. Now this does work with larger numbers. It also works with smaller numbers, but sometimes you just have to use the calculation to decide how big the jumps need to be. If we went for one with some larger numbers, for example, 357 subtract 214. So the exact same as before, you're going to start off with your subtraction, which is 357 subtract 214. And we are going to use the subtraction on a number line, also known as the frog method or subtraction by counting up. So we're going to start by drawing our line. Doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be perfect. And begin by putting the smaller number at the start and the larger number at the end. So we've now got 214, 357. So we are going to be counting up to find the answer to our subtraction question. So the first thing we need to decide is, what are we going to add to 214? And as it's quite a large number at the end, I'm going to start by adding 100. So 214 add 100 is 314. I've got my add 100 in the little hill, and the answer is at the bottom, so I can remember how far I've got. The next thing is, how many am I going to add this time? If you're not feeling as confident, you can use smaller numbers, and if you're feeling more confident, you can use bigger numbers or more precise numbers. I'm going to start by adding 20. So 314 add 20 is 334. I've not got there yet. But if I'm not feeling as confident, I'm simply going to start by adding 10 more. So 334 add 10 is going to be 344. As I can see, I've not reached 357 yet, so I'm going to start by adding another 10. And 344 add 10 is 354. Now, I've got to 354, I need to get to 357. So I can work out that it's going to be 7, subtract the 4 is 3. Or if you're not feeling as confident, then just start by adding 1s. So 354 add 1 is 355. 355 add 1 is 356. And 356 add 1 is 357. So to find the answer, I'm going to add up all the numbers that appear in the little hills. So 100, add 20 is 120, add 10 is 130, add 10 is 140, add 1 is 141, Add 1 is 142, and add 1 is 143. So the answer to 357 subtract 214 is 143. And that is the way to subtract using the adding on method.